a cut finger, nothing worse. By the end of the year, though, he was replaced by Felipe Massa, lost out on the Jordan test drive, and now is racing the Toyota, is driving as the Toyota test driver. From Sao Paulo in Brazil, Felipe Massa is one of the string of drivers to whom Ferrari turn. He's their '2 test driver. He's had a 7-year karting career, starting in 1990 when he was just 9 years old. In '98, he raced in the Brazilian Formula Chevrolet Championship, which is the same as Formula Opel. Moved to Europe in 2000 to win the Italian and European Formula Renault Championships, his first attempt. Moved up into European Formula 3000, dominated, winning 6 of 8 races in 2001, and did his first test for Sauber in the September of that year. They were looking to replace Kimi Räikkönen at the time. He was signed up, and as Nick Heidfeldt's teammate in 2002, he raced the full Grand Prix season. Stood down by Sauber at the end of the year, he became Ferrari's test driver for 2003, having turned down the job at Jordan. Well, certainly, as we've seen earlier in the programme, Ferrari with a string of up to 6 drivers regularly testing for them, including, of course, Schumacher and Barrichello. And Ferrari's testing regimen is reputed still to be the most exhausting in the planet. And their test track at the Maranello factory at Fiorano is one of the world's most heavily driven pieces of tarmac, you would have to say. Well, how does Felipe Massa think his job is going?
I think for sure the test is very, very important, and it's quite a lot, even important as the race, because every preparation for the race is in the test. So that's why this kind of job is very important. So because we have to test every kind of parts of the car, you know, like tires, aerodynamic parts, you know, electronic parts. No, it's everything we have to test in the test to be everything's ready for the race. So it's very important kind of job.
It is undoubtedly a huge part of the team's work, but also a fairly secretive one. But because of that, test drivers are well respected by the teams, even if they're not always in the news. Look at the case of Olivier Panis. Testing at McLaren led to him being rediscovered by the rest of the Formula One paddock after his glowing reports from the engineers. And McLaren certainly put a lot of the progress on their car when he was a tester down to his efforts. And for all these young men, of course, the target is to be back in a race seat.